Welcome back, everybody. For this video we are going to be learning how to make sweet and sour chicken. This is probably the best sweet and sour chicken this world has ever seen, just so you guys know. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through some of these some of the stuff that we're going to need. Right here we have a couple Dutch ovens. This front one, the green one right here, this is made specifically for use in the oven rather than using briquettes like the one back there. Right here we have an electric skillet. You're welcome to use a regular one, just throw it on the on the stove. We also have a fork and our recipe, as well as a wooden spoon back there. Then we have a whisk. We need some kitchen scissors. Here's our defrosted chicken, an extra Ziploc bag. Over here we have our measuring cups. And then we have a bowl, ketchup, soy sauce, garlic salt, paprika, salt, and vinegar. We'll go over those a little bit later. Here is sugar and flour back there. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, guys, grab our Ziploc bag here and our recipe. And first thing we are going to want to do is to mix together our flour and our paprika. Notice that there's no numbers next to them. You just gotta kind of guess how much you'll need. Okay, and we're just gonna throw them in this bag and shake it up a little bit. Okay, so I've gone ahead and mixed that together. Here's what it looks like. This should give you an idea of how much you need. Okay, so we're just gonna close that up. Just shake it a little bit, mix it around. We're going to set it aside, and next we are going to need to cut this chicken a little bit. Okay, so you just pull out the first piece. We're going to cut off all this fat that we don't want. This stuff right here. Okay, and then we're just going to cut the rest of it into chunks about this big. Okay, and then all of those chunks we're going to throw into our bag with the flour. And I suggest doing this every time you cut one piece of chicken, just because you don't want it to all stick together. So just take it and then shake it up a little bit. Okay, so I got a couple things finished here, guys. Our chicken is all cut up and ready to go. I'm also warming up the skillet right here. It'll be done here pretty soon. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and make our sauce. Here's our recipe again. I'm going to go ahead and post this later. Okay, so guys, so here's our sweet and sour sauce all finished up. Okay. And the next thing we are going to do is come over here to our skillet, and we're going to cook the chicken. So in order to do this, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to grab a piece of chicken and throw it on there. We're going to try and fit as much of the chicken on this first batch as we can. It'll probably take about 2 batches with this skillet. Okay. Okay, so now our chicken is ready to go. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and pour oil over the top of it. Try not to get too much on there. So the goal here is just to brown each side of the chicken. And once it's browned, we're just going to go ahead and set it aside into our Dutch oven. Okay, so this is a good idea of what they should kind of look like. When they look like that, they're probably ready to go ahead and flip those over. Just got to get it to the point where they're brown. Okay, so the chicken is all done and ready to go. So we are going to pour in the sauce into our Dutch oven. And then mix it up. Okay, so now it's all stirred up. Next we are going to throw it in our oven. Here we are. We want to go ahead and take out the middle rack. We only want the one on the bottom. So we just put that in there. And we slide it in, close the oven. It's got to cook at 400 degrees for about an hour. It might take a little bit longer. Alright, so our sweet and sour chicken is cooking. You probably want to stir it about every 20 minutes or so. You might be able to get away with just one stir while it's cooking. So we'll see you in our next video when it's all done.